Hello everyone, my name is Alicia Jackson, licensed professional counselor and also internal family systems therapist. Today we're going to talk about how survival prevents self-awareness. You're saying, Alicia, what are you talking about? Our brain's number one mission is our survival. And because sometimes when we are in survival mode, we're not always, most times, rarely, aware of how we're doing, what we're feeling, what we're thinking, and how that's impacting us. So we're going to talk about how our internal system tries its best to calm our nervous system. When our nervous system is calm, and we're talking about the true sense of calm, then we're able to truly be aware of ourselves. We have parts that are trying to regulate our system by providing a sense of calm, but not true, authentic calm that we define when we talk about self-energy, right? So true calm is being able to just be, not do, but be. A sense of calm where you're not doing something to try to be calm, there's no action that's taking place, and you're able to navigate things that may come your way while maintaining this calm. True calm in self-energy is a physiological and mental space and sense of serenity no matter and regardless of anything that comes, and being able to navigate triggers or things that activate you in a way where you are not responding from a space of extremes. That is true calm. And so we're going to talk about the ways that our parts try to give us a sense of calm that really isn't calm from a self-energy space. This can help us to be more mindful of our parts when they are showing up to try to provide us a sense of calm that isn't really calm, but they're working their best and they're doing their best because, of course, we know what? There are no bad parts. So the first way that our system tries to provide us a sense of calm is by taking us out of our awareness, removing us, separating us from our environment. And there are multiple ways that our nervous system does this. It can be by numbing our feelings, causing like emotional numbing, where you're experiencing things that are distressing, but for some reason, you just don't feel it. You don't feel it. Where other times where you do have an experience where you're experiencing something painful or emotionally distressing, you even feel, right? Feel the emotion in your body. You will become tearful. You will actually experience physical pain. Emotional numbing is a way, right, that our system tries to give us a sense of calm when something distressing is happening. However, we're not being aware of how we're truly feeling to really have that calm that is described in self-energy. Another way our system tries to take us out of our environment is dissociation. Now, there's a lot of stigma around this part, but we know there are no bad parts, right? And so this part really helps us when we're feeling overwhelmed, again, or experiencing something very distressing. And we know if we take time and really think about what's going on in our lives internally or what's happening around us, we will not be okay and not feel safe. Sometimes you may have a part that may take you out, right? Take you out of your awareness, almost like a daydream-like state. And you may be hearing what the person is saying to some degree, but you're not hearing it, and you're in this space in your head that your brain, that this part has created, so that you aren't fully aware of what's happening to you. Another way that our system can dissociate from things that are distressing is by doing a repetitive thing. Could be doing video games, whether it be doom scrolling, watching and binging your favorite show. You're watching it, you're in the moment, you're enjoying the show, but you have kind of blocked out your awareness, blocked out what you're experiencing and what you're going through. And you kind of go into almost like a catatonic state, but still aware, still awake, still enjoying whatever content that you are taking in. However, you're not aware of what's happening for you internally. The second way our system tries to maintain a sense of control is by having what we call proactive protectors or manager parts. They are trying to maintain a controlled sense of calm, trying to remain positive, right? That's a part that is trying to not focus on what it's deeming as negative, because you'll hear people say that there are negative emotions, which really emotions just are. They're not negative or positive, but they can be uncomfortable. And so a part can perceive sadness, disgust, jealousy as negative emotions, and so it will try to avoid feeling those things and try to stay positive, focus on the positive things, say affirmations in the mirror, or even using religious or spiritual practices or beliefs that can help, right? Help you gain a sense of calm, but not truly calm. All these things that I just described, right? These are ways that we cope. We cope and we try to keep pushing through our everyday lives, right? When things do happen that are distressing, hey, we try to stay positive so we can get the work done that we need to, so that we can take care of our loved ones, so that we can show up in a way, right, that is socially acceptable, right? So these are all methods of survival and coping that we utilize. And most times, our proactive protectors are ones that are more socially accepted or reinforced, right? Like the ones we talked about previously, like trying to stay positive or providing reassurance or comfort. These are ways that are very similar to a duck that you see swimming in the water. You see the duck just gliding, like, oh, so peacefully, right? But underneath that water, you see feet moving very, 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 very fast, right? Because it's trying to work. It's working really hard. And that is a perfect example of our proactive protectors when they are trying to maintain calm in moments of distress. They're working so hard. They're very exhausted. If you're even thinking about the movie Inside Out, you remember Joy in the movie when the main character, she was sad. She was moving her friends. She missed her friends, and sadness was really trying to just be sad. But Joy was working so hard to keep her happy. That is what our managers look like when they are working diligently for us. And because they're working so hard, it makes it very challenging for us to truly be aware of what's happening in our lives and in our system. We can be working so hard to try to reassure ourselves, to try to comfort ourselves, to provide reassurance, that we don't see what's happening, and we're not aware of our feelings and the thoughts that we're having, because we're trying to push them down. We don't have an open ear to hear them. And the last way that we're going to talk about in this video of the way that our system tries to give us a sense of calm is by using outside resources to give us a physiological sense of euphoria or calm, right? So we're talking about mind-altering substances, whether that is disordered eating or food or any type of substance, whether we're talking about illegal or legal, right? That can alter our mood, alter our thoughts, and, right, gives us a moment or a sense of calm and tranquility, however, is not truly calm. And this can show up in many ways, right? So we can proactively use different outside resources or substances to protect us when we are maybe in social settings. If we have social anxiety and we're like, okay, I'm going to make sure I take a drink before I go to this social gathering, so I'm not so anxious and I have, more of a calm, and I'm able to be more myself, right? Well, that's what this part believes it has to do. Or it could be sometimes when we experience pain that our managers, they work so hard to prevent, but sometimes happens, Then we have a reactive protector that comes in to make sure it's soothing that pain, whether it's using food or any other substance, illegal or legal, to give us a moment of euphoria or tranquility, takes us out of our awareness, which can be a way that addictions form, because our body and our system is trying to soothe the pain. It's trying to avoid it. It doesn't want us to experience that discomfort, that distress. It will tell you, go to that store, get what you need, call that person, go hang out with them, because we know when we hang out with them what we're going to do. It will send you cravings for this substance, right? It will send you cravings for the food that helps to soothe the pain that you're feeling, and takes you out of your awareness of how you're truly feeling and thinking, and truly attending to the parts of you that are in distress. Why is it so important? Why is it so important for us to be aware of what we're experiencing? Because, hey, Alicia, this is uncomfortable. I don't want to be sad. I don't want to be stressed. I hear you. I truly hear you. It is not. It is not comfortable or pleasant oftentimes to be aware of what's happening internally in our system. However, the clarity that comes with that, and the best part is being able to show up for the parts of you that need you most, because they have these unmet needs, and they are stretching outward and externally to try to get those needs met. And so when we are able to see what we really need and what we are trying to soothe and avoid and distract from, then we're able to truly attend to ourselves and truly be present for ourselves. That's why self-awareness is so important. Now, so we've named some ways, right? Named some ways that survival prevents us from being self-aware. So think about if any of the parts that we talked about today land for you. Maybe some ones that you experience, ones that are trying to maintain a sense of control, be so in control, right? Maintaining that positive outlook. And however, doing that, the shadow side is that it ignores the parts of you that need you. Maybe you have parts that are trying to take you out of your awareness in different ways, right, that we talked about. Or it may be you're looking for some outside resources to help alter your mood, alter your cognition, and give you a moment of calm, tranquility. However, we know it isn't true calm. Please know that if it is the case that you have any of these parts that we've talked about, know that you're not alone. We all have parts that are really working hard to protect us, trying so hard to look out for us. And so take this video in with as much grace as your nervous system will allow. And as always, be cool, be calm, be centered.